Should I tell?
Well, how was the last 24 hours? What did you consume in the last 24 hours to prepare for the race?
Yeah, so the last 24 hours, so means actually the recovery meal from the last race as well.
When was
So
that?
straight afterwards, I also have it in my hands. It's a shake with protein and carbs,
Okay.
actually.
Excellent.
So that's after half an hour after the finish. We drink that to refill as fast as possible. And then we have a normal meal. Yesterday it was a wrap, so that's pretty
Okay.
nice.
Any pasta?
Yeah, that's also sometimes, but you can't eat
Yeah.
6 days in a row pasta. But then in the evening we had some rice,
Yeah.
and I'm vegetarian, so.
Oh, are you? I'm
Yeah.
turning vegan. Do you have a sports psychologist?
But what?
Sports psychologist. Do you have a sports psychologist? Psychology.
Yeah.
Do you have a sports psychologist?
In the team, yeah.
Okay.
We do.
And when do they speak to you before the race? In the 24 hours before the race?
Actually, we don't speak to them like regular. More when we have like topics we want to work on.
Excellent.
But yeah, like, we prepare us mentally also with the road course. Like
Yeah.
we check the road, so we know exactly like okay, on 10k to go, there's a roundabout to the left and stuff like this. So that's kind of also mental work, right?
True.
So
Yeah, I did my master's in sports psychology, so it's 90% in the head.
yeah,
Yeah, so all
Yeah.
Olympic athletes go through a race 1,000 times in their head before it happens.
yeah.
But at the elite level that you're at, what do you focus on? What's your weakness?
My weakness. Um, Maybe I could work on my like sleep rhythm, like going earlier to bed and always
Okay.
on the same time.
Okay.
So in the stage it's easy because you have kind of the schedule.
Yeah.
Just I think that
Yeah.
I could improve, for example, at home.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We really appreciate your time. And just to promote cycling to kids, what's the best thing about your sport?
The feeling of freedom when you ride your bike. Because,
Really?
Yeah, you can go everywhere. Like walking, you walk an hour and come maybe 5k.
Yeah,
But
I
if you
love it.
ride an hour, you're already like 20 to 30k far. So that's what I love.
It's much easier than walking and running, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
My
You
own,
can enjoy the diesel
Yeah.
without pedaling.
my uncle is an Olympic walking coach, but my other uncle is a cyclist, and I think cycling is easier. I've got a cycle to Denmark. I think cycling is much easier, but it's still quite hard at your level, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the kids. So if you were to promote cycling to children, how should they start off cycling?
I started.
Yeah.
I'm from kind of a cycling family.
Okay.
So even my granddad was racing. So
Yeah.
I grew up on my bike. I think I learned riding my bike was 2 years and a bit or something. So pretty early, but yeah, I got a wide education. So it was not my parents just put me on the bike. I was also swimming and running. But I just enjoyed it so much. Like I'm coming out from mountain biking, so it's
Yeah.
away from the cars. So,
I love mountain biking. I've
Yeah.
come from Scotland, the 550 race in Scotland. Have you ever done that?
No.
Yeah, the North Coast 500, where they're bike packing 8 days in a row. So they do the 550 mile. Elizabeth Sampy is a friend of mine done it. She had serious problems, so she had a brake problem, and it slowed her down for the day. But yeah, you have slow twitch muscle fibers. So you're aware of the fast twitch and the slow twitch muscle fibers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So Olympic athletes are born with the best parents, basically. Like their parents have a certain type of muscle fiber.
Yeah.
Did your parents and grandparents have cycling muscle fibers?
I think so, yeah. I sometimes wished I would have more like of the fast ones.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not that explosive.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like if you can do also then long pulls, it's also then
And when
like
you're
quality.
sorry to cut across you. When you're finishing your training, do you always finish on a sprint?
No, I finish easy.
I always finish on a sprint.
Well,
Yeah, I always finish on a
like
sprint.
you're sprinting to your heart door.
Yeah, so if you're doing a 100-mile cycle, always finish on a sprint, because you don't start off sprinting because you're going to run out of energy. You're going to run out of energy, run out of it at the end of the training session, not the start.
Yeah.
And because of that, you're using two different aerobic systems. You have your anaerobic system and you have your aerobic system. If you use your anaerobic too soon, it takes 2 minutes to recover from that, and you've got to recover on the bike. So I did my degree in physical education, but ask your coach. So ask your coach if you should finish your training sessions by sprinting, and that will increase your muscle fibers here. I believe.
Yeah.
But I'm not an Olympic coach.
Yeah.
My degree's in physical education. I did a master's in sports psychology. I'm a personal trainer 15 years, but I'm not an Olympic coach. So ask your coach, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you for your
but
time.
Sometimes she time it. Like sometimes she says like in the last hour, or sometimes she says like if you really want to have those peaks, you should be fresh. Like
Yeah.
so sometimes she also advises like do it in the end or in the beginning, and if you have a set, mostly 3 minutes rest in between to kind of restore the energy. So
Absolutely.
that's what we do.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I apologize. I only found out about this race about an hour ago. What's your full name?
My name is Francisca Koch.
How do I spell that?
FRANZISKA.
Excuse my ignorance. I only found out about the race about an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
So I own physicaleducation.net and I promote all sports.
Okay.
I promote every sport. But it was too good of an opportunity not to interview you.
Yeah, no.
Where did you come in the race?
I have no idea. We tried to do a lead out for a sprinter.
Okay.
I think she won. So.
I interviewed her as well. I interviewed the girl in the pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did she win it?
I think so.
She's in the top 5, I think.
Yeah, at least something.
And are you doing the Tour de France?
No, but the Giro.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll only be cycling to Denmark. That'll do me.
In Denmark.
Yeah.
There's also a race soon, like Battle of the North.
I don't know. I'm doing it for charity. I'm not an athlete like you, but I don't really want to take up your time too much more. I really appreciate it. You're really lady.
I'm sorry for my bad English.
Your English is excellent. Much better than my French. Okay. You take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.